Did everybody get their door prize you called out earlier? Did everybody get their door prize you called out earlier?
We can get you some. Alright, so welcome. I am recording this because a lot of people couldn't make it today. So just so you know, if you have any questions, I'm going to record it. So, but welcome. So this is just kind of a, I'm going to close this. This will be quick, 10-15 minutes, but feel free to ask questions, feel free to stop me. This kind of goes over just like what 4-H is, just for those that are new, and then just kind of what are different things you can offer, how to get enrolled, and that kind of thing. Hello. All right, so what is 4-H? So here in Leon County, 4-H is in all of this, across the whole entire county. So 4-H is in all 5 towns. So we're in Buffalo, Centerville, Norman, G, Leon kind of is Marquette, Jewett, and Oakwood. All right, so if you live in Leon County, or if you go to school in Leon County, you can join Leon County. That's basically how that works. So through 4-H, we're with AgriLife Extension. Kind of works with like Texas A&M, AgriLife Extension, that kind of thing. So just so y'all kind of understand. So 4-H is the largest youth development program in Texas. It was first started in 1908 in Leon County. This past year we had 394 4-H members across Leon County. The year before we had 446, so we kind of dropped down because of COVID, but we're hoping this year we'll crank back up to the 400s. And we have 63 adult registered volunteers from the previous year. So each year in 4-H you have to get enrolled. Every member as well as every volunteer has to re-enroll. So the enrollment fee is $25 per kid. And then for volunteers, it says there's a $10 fee, but when you go and register, you should be able to click pay by check, and Leon County 4-H will pay for it, for the volunteers only. So if you do not do that, make sure we'll get you reimbursed your $10, okay? So basically, 4-H members, it's $25 every year. Volunteers, it says there's a $10 fee, but because y'all are Leon County, we pay for it, okay? And then Clover Kids, if you have a kid that's in kindergarten to 2nd grade, that is free, but you'll need to enroll as well, all right? Over here, this is kind of just our 4-H club participants. So a lot of times we'll be referring to 4-H members throughout the year based on their age divisions. And our different age divisions are juniors, which is 3rd through 5th grade, intermediate, which is 6th through 8th grade, and seniors, which is 9th through 12th grade. And then our Clover Kids are the K through 2nd graders, okay? So again, everybody needs to enroll on 4-H online to be in Leon County 4-H. Alright, so who in here has Clover Kids? Who has kids that are kindergarten to 2nd grade? Alright, so this is a program we started 2 years ago. This will be our 3rd year that we're going into. It is, not every county offers this, but we do here in Leon County. Basically, Clover Kids are allowed to participate in 4-H. They can't necessarily compete, but they can participate in different things. So you can go to every 4-H club meeting if you want to. You do not have to. Some club meetings like Leon and Centerville and Buffalo, they will offer a Clover Kid like separate program at the 4-H club meetings. They'll take them to a side and do a little project or color or something like that. But Oakwood and Normandy as of now does not have that at their club meetings. Does not mean if you're part of Oakwood or Normandy you can't be a Clover Kid. You just, at their club meetings, there's not a separate thing for you to do as of now because we don't have volunteer. Clover Kids at the county level, we have workshops that I provide at the county level that Clover Kids can come to, as well as some contests. So I know I said Clover Kids can't compete, but Clover Kids can participate in contests. They'll just get a participant ribbon or participant gift, that kind of thing. They won't actually be placed 1 through 10 or whatever. So Clover Kids, these are some examples of some of the things, contests they can participate in, such as food show, food challenge, fashion show, county roundup, photography. Those are kind of some things. They cannot do shooting sports. At our county show, the Leon County show, they can participate as a Pee-wee and do the Pee-wee show, but they can't do the market show where they make the sell and that kind of thing. You have to be in birth rate. So just so you kind of already taken. That was kind of the first move. Any questions about Clover Kids? So there is on our website, if you just Google leon.agrilife, or if you get that family guide, our website is on there. There's a QR code with a link to it. There is a tab for Clover Kids. It has a handbook. Y'all can come in if you want. A handbook, some resources, that kind of thing. Just kind of gives you a list of everything that you can do as a Clover Kid. But basically, you'll know if Clover Kids can participate or not. So I kind of already went over this. That 4-H members fee is $25 if you enroll before October 31st. After that, it's $30, but you can enroll anytime after the 31st. So the 4-H year is September 1st to August 31st, or August 15th, because they kind of shut things down online. So some of the time. So Clover Kids are free. If you're an adult volunteer, so we really rely on adult volunteers. As y'all know, there's one of me, and we had 450 kids almost in 4-H 2 years ago. So of course I can't be everywhere at one time. So volunteers are key in Leon County 4-H. So if you're a volunteer, you're covered under the Texas 4-H insurance. So if you have kids in shooting sports, or let's say you want to volunteer to drive kids to like a contest or a 4-H event or something like that, and let's say you had a wreck or something like that, you'd be covered under the Texas 4-H insurance because you are a volunteer. All right, so we say if you want to chaperone something, you have to be a registered 4-H volunteer. All that requires is you enrolling. There is a volunteer training. It doesn't take too long. I mean, I did it on my phone, but I think it might take an hour sometimes, but not really. And then they do a background check. So just so you're aware of all that, the background check can take a while for the state to process. But if you are interested, register starting September 1st. It might already let you register, but a lot of times it doesn't until September 1st. If you have questions, just call or email. So the 4-H clubs, we have 5 here in Leon County. So when you enroll in 4-H online, you'll have to pick a club. So Buffalo, Leon, Oakwood, Normandy, or Centerville. You're not sure which one. Typically, I say join the one that you either live in that town or you go to that school. So whichever one you're going to be in that town majority of the time. So with this kind of the club structure, they meet once a month. It is not mandatory to go to the meetings, but it's highly encouraged. A lot of the clubs, they reimburse for camps. They reimburse for different 4-H things. They also now give awards out at the end of the year. But also at each of those monthly meetings, they're typically no longer than an hour. And at those meetings, you get to know, stay up to date on everything you need to learn. Typically, there's some kind of fun activity, like a recreation the kids can do. And there's also a time where you can, as a parent, ask questions to adult club managers. A lot of times we'll also have a program. So some of the older kids might do a little short program about a project that your kids might be interested in, or we might actually have like a game warden or a police officer or someone like that come and do like a short program. So the meetings, they are once a month. They're not mandatory, but I highly encourage you to attend those if you can. We know sports, church, and all of those sorts of things you have going on as well. So each club has a club manager. Hopefully all of y'all got the family guide. Anybody not get a family guide? They're at the first table after you register. So be sure to get a family guide. And that family guide has the club manager information when the clubs meet. Every club meets on a Monday. They're just different. Okay. I try to attend the club meetings, but again, I can't be in every place at one time. So in that club, there's a club manager. Each club has 2. Leon has 3. They kind of organize the meeting. They'll send out you some emails as well. Underneath them is the club officers, and so some of them are here today. They'll be the ones that help to actually lead the meeting, and they'll do some of the fun activities. And then there's project leaders. So each club has some project leaders that will help you if you ever have questions about a project. Okay? So I just kind of list right there some other groups here in Leon County. We have the rifle, which is kind of the program that we do in the spring, and then archery, which is kind of all year round. We just started shotgun, so if you're interested in any of those, be sure to sign your name on that little project interest list. And then some other clubs that I meet with, county council, this is just something your kids can look forward to as they get older. But this is kind of the presidents, vice presidents of each club, the leaders in each club that I meet with once a month. And we plan a lot of the county workshops, community service, leadership opportunities, that kind of thing. And then I meet with an advisory board 4 times a year. This consists of adults and youth. And we kind of help decide what are the goals of 4-H this year. So one of our goals this year is we want 420 members. All right, I love the 440 again, but let's be real. Okay, what kind of programs should we offer? We added shotgun this past year, so that's just kind of the thing that advisory board does. 4-H projects. So if you're a new 4-H family, don't be overwhelmed with all the projects that there are in 4-H. Okay, I recommend picking 1, maybe 2. Your first year, you want to pick 10. That's totally fine, but definitely don't be overwhelmed. A lot of the projects, we don't necessarily have a leader here in Leon County that will lead it. Some of these projects might be a project that you do it by yourself at home. On this website right there, that is also in the family guide, is the Texas 4-H website. In there, it has a lot of different, they're called explore books or resources, and there's lessons that are easy, hands-on things that you can do at home. So if your kid, let's say for instance, we don't have, let's see, what do we not have? We don't have that science yet. I'm working on a lady here to do that science. We don't have that science, but on that website, you go to that Texas 4-H website and you click the vet science. There's explore guides and resources. There's actually a program where you can become a vet tech assistant through 4-H. So anyway, there's lots of different resources, but we do have a lot of projects that here at the county, we have project leaders. They meet monthly or weekly or every other month or something like that. And then your club might have project leaders as well. So kind of our big project coming up for the fall is food nutrition. And each club kind of has their own project leader for that. So if you go to your first 4-H club meeting, you'll get the information about that. We do also provide at the county level, we're going to be doing a workshop in September and then a workshop in October about food nutrition, and then our contest is in November. So again, it just depends on each project. If you're interested in a project and don't know who to contact or where to go, feel free to email your club manager or myself. So in 4-H, we like to focus on the project, not necessarily just the contest. We know kids love to compete. We all like to compete. But just so you know, on that little explore guide that I was kind of talking about for the different resources that if you want to start a project just at home, we like to focus on different learning experiences. Okay, so if your kid wants to show an animal this year, all right, we don't want them to just want to show the animal. We want to make sure they learn throughout the process. So we like to include some different learning experiences. We like kids to participate in community service. A lot of community service coming up this fall. We work with the Veterans Appreciation in Leon County event, so we'll need people to provide desserts for that and also just help serve the meal to the veterans. And then also the Friends of NRA, we provide the desserts and serve the meal. And then we're also doing a canned food drive coming up in September that we do every year, and we participate. It's called the State Fair Ag Awareness Day, and the council kids will take all those canned goods to Dallas to the state fair, and we've won it the past 2 years. We've had the most canned goods donated. So this past year we were able to, I think, donate $500 back to one of the food pantries here in Leon County because we won that. So there's lots of community service that we provide at the county level. Leadership's important, and then of course if kids want to compete, there's lots of contests. Kind of the structure. So I work with the Leon County AgriLife Extension Office. I'm the 4-H Youth Development Agent. From there, I work with the club managers, and then you can see the club managers kind of work with the club members and then club volunteers. I work with county council and the 4-H advisory board. So again, contact your club manager, contact my office if y'all have questions or anything. Kind of at my office. So our office manager, Jo Fran, she's a great contact if you want to contact her and have any questions. And then my 2 coworkers, Laura's retiring next week, so she won't be around, but her husband is still our agriculture agent. So not only at our office do we provide 4-H programs, but we also do other programs. Parish. He does a lot of ag and natural resource programs. So he works with farmers and ranchers, people that have gardening questions, that kind of thing. Laura works with a lot of our people on like health programs. She works with our food pantries, our food banks, that kind of thing. And then all of us together also work with schools, and we do a lot of curriculum enrichment. So we do a little more than just 4-H or all this. So stay informed. So if you enroll, you will start receiving all of this. I send out a weekly memo every Sunday night or Monday morning. It's kind of a little recap of what's going on the next 2 weeks. It has club information and county information. So just so you know, that's kind of what this looks like right here. And then I'll have attached flyers. I'll send that by email, and then I'll also post it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on our website. And then monthly newsletters, same thing. We do have a Google Calendar, updated every week, basically. You can add that to your phone or to your email or whatever is best, so you can start getting just little, if you want to get reminders about 4-H stuff, that's a good resource. Then of course our Leon County 4-H website and then social media. So we're very active, we update that quite frequently. So basically there's lots of different avenues for you to get your information. We're almost done. So this is just kind of a family tree lesson. So 4-H is connected to the Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension Service, which is part of the Texas A&M University system, which is land grant college and receives funding from the USDA and works with the Commissioner's Court. So Leon County 4-H, our funds come from fundraising. So we have this next weekend, we have a concession stand at the Youth Ranch Rodeo. We have concession stand at the PRCA Rodeo and then our county show. So we have 2 to 3 fundraisers every year, typically concession stands. And that's how we get our Leon County 4-H funds. All right. Our funds do not leave Leon County 4-H. Your $25 enrollment does not go to us. It goes basically to Texas 4-H and to 4-H Online, the program that you enroll on. So those $25 does not come to Leon County. It does go to we can apply for grants and stuff through Texas 4-H. That money does kind of go there. We've applied for some and received some. But mainly our Leon County 4-H funds that fund scholarships, contests, events, workshops, camps, that kind of thing. That comes from our 2 to 3 fundraisers every year. So just so y'all know, our money, we're not like FFA or any of those other organizations where our money has to go up the ladder. Our money stays here in Leon County 4-H. So just so everybody's kind of aware of that. So we love it when people volunteer at our different fundraisers. So last little note, remember an involved 4-H'er, a happy 4-H'er, a happy 4-H'er is a lifetime 4-H'er. So, and then this is our contact info. So if y'all have any questions, I am going to pass out this little thing to each family. This is just something, it's kind of a tentative monthly thing that we kind of offer. On the back it has my information, it has some websites you can go to, our social medias, all that good stuff. So just something that we kind of threw together. So do y'all have any questions? The main thing is get enrolled in 4-H if you want to be a part of 4-H. If you're still not sure, feel free to stick around, ask me questions, walk around the booths. But 4-H does have something to offer for everybody. All right, we have anything from livestock to food nutrition, photography, fashion, STEM, shooting sports. I mean, you kind of saw a taste of what all we have out there, but there's so much more than what we just offer here at Leon County. I will say Leon County does offer a lot, and that's because of all of our volunteers. So we're very grateful for them. So anyway, y'all have any questions? You got a question? No? So, but we definitely appreciate y'all being here today. And if y'all do have questions that come up, just email or call my office or call Joe Fran, and we'll get you hopefully taken care of. So, sound good? All right. Thank y'all.